It's Saturday, January 23rd, 2021, and we're going to do a writing update. First one for this new channel, talking about how the writing's going and current book stuff and new book stuff. What's up, everybody? It's Mover, or maybe CW Lemoyne. I don't know. For the books, I guess it's CW Lemoyne. New feature on the channel. I thought we might do weekly updates or bi-weekly or whenever I get around to it, updates on how the writing is going, how the books are going, and kind of some of the process for making books and stuff like that. So to start off, I am writing Shepherd Book 3. So Shepherd's actually in 3 books already. He's in Absolute Vengeance, he's in The Helios Conspiracy, and I Am the Sheepdog. The Helios Conspiracy is actually a Spectre novel. So even though he's in 3 books, he really only has 2 standalone, and this third one is another standalone. So I started writing this last year, and it's been by far the slowest book I've ever tried to write. And that's because of, well, what you're watching right now, the YouTube channel. YouTube in general is very time consuming, editing videos, coming up with content, all that stuff. However, as far as how, when you prioritize stuff, already having 10 books out and trying to build a brand and continue building the channel, books kind of tend to fall by the wayside. And there's also been the problem of sometimes I just have had writer's block. I sit down and I'm like, I can't write. I used to be able to write a book in about 2 months. I could write, I've written a couple full-length novels in 60 days and then gotten them out, gotten them edited and then out. Those days are long gone. I was, at the time I was writing 1,000 to 2,000 words a day. That's how it would work out. I'd come home, I'd write. Or if I was off, I would just, spend the day writing. I just don't have time for that. So it's been trying to find time in between. And what happens when I go long periods of time without writing is I kind of lose the creative energy that was in those books. And I'm trying to, find where was the story when I last left it. Oh, crap, it's been a week. So it's been really slow going. The other part to Shepherd Book 3, honestly, has been that it is inspired by reality. And the problem is, I started writing it prior to the riots and stuff last year. So, and we'll talk about the prologue. The prologue is a state trooper does a traffic stop, and it becomes an officer-involved shooting, which in the book kicks off attacks against law enforcement and ambush-style attacks and riots and stuff like that. I wrote that well before any of the stuff happened last year, and unfortunately, the truth is stranger than fiction. So we've had exactly what I wrote, which kind of made me pause and go, do I really want to write this? Do I want to get involved in this? And I stopped writing for a little while, and then I got back into it, changed the direction a little bit, but it's still the same overarching concept. It has this officer-involved shooting, which kicks off riots, which actually starts attacks against law enforcement, which causes Troy, or Alex Shepherd, to go back to Louisiana because he loses some friends, and that kind of gets him involved in this conspiracy. So it is kind of ripped from the headlines, and it probably touches a couple sensitive topics, but I am going to continue with it. I am almost finished. I've got about 70-ish thousand words so far. Typically, I shoot for about 75 to 80,000 words, so it's almost done. It's just getting there, and it's very slow going. In fact, I just wrote 200 words this morning, and while rendering a video, the computer locked up, and I'm pretty sure we lost it. So all that stuff I just wrote, but I will keep going, and I'm still hoping for a spring release for the next Shepherd book. As far as other stuff, in this book, there's some hints and some kind of Easter eggs, if you will, about what happened with Kruger and what the future will hold with kind of the Spectre series and stuff. I do want to write a standalone Kruger book. So his origin, all the way to the point of what happened at the end of Finney Flight. So kind of bridging the gap, I guess, of his life and career and stuff like that, of how he got to Project Archangel and eventually Odin and everything that's happened since then. So I think that'll be cool to write. Also, what I would like to write is a Make Them Tell You No book. And I'm not sure how I'm going to write it. Someone said, hey, make it an autobiography or memoirs and stuff. I'm not that interesting to write something like that, although I have considered it, just telling the same story that I've told on this channel or the other channel, as far as, how I became a fighter pilot, kind of some of the stuff that I've gone through and just flying in general. So don't know what's going to happen with that, but that's the writing update. It's just slow. I'm sorry. It sucks. Other stuff. One of the other things that prevented me from writing, at least last weekend and the first part of this week, was something that I'm not proud of and I'm kind of embarrassed about. So let's take a look. If you go, this is the Kindle Direct Publishing. So all of my books are published through Kindle Draft to Digital, which puts them available everywhere, every retailer online for ebooks and stuff like that. If you remember last year, we did a 99-cent promo for this book right here, Spectre Series Box Set, Books 1 through 4. And if you see the date, January 18th, I actually got a notification that there were, this is a new thing, quality notifications from Amazon. So all review, make corrections, under review, resolved. And embarrassingly enough, the Spectre Series box set had 15 corrections, which obviously Spectre Rising is part of that. And it's to me, it's unacceptable. So we resolved, there were issues like that. He said, just double words. Was a not monster, at lying at the base of the stairs. So the first 4 books, it was embarrassing. It's unacceptable to me. All those books, yes, it's self-published, but all those books had been edited by professional editors, or at least I thought. Some of them by multiple editors, not just me or not just, the first editor I hired, but I'd actually gone back through again and we'd still miss stuff. Now, granted, the box set was a slightly older version than the actual books because I'd actually updated the books and not updated the box set. But the stuff that they found was actually in even the updates. So multiple people had missed it, and that's just unacceptable. I mean, I'm sorry, and I hate that. So had another editor go through the first 4 books, and we found everything that was in here and then some of the stuff that was not found. And going back to this, so once I made the correction, it went in and then Amazon reviewed it. And if I missed one of the corrections, Amazon said, nope, you still got one of these, because I guess they've got some kind of matching technology. And then we fixed it. We fixed all of the 16 issues that they talked about, and I am truly sorry. So to apologize once again, I'll probably do another 99-cent sale sometime soon, but it sucks. But you can see that's just part of being self-published, which means the buck stops here. The editing, the cover design, all that stuff is ultimately on me. And so when stuff like this happens, I feel bad because, I don't want people to read the book and go, God, look at that, lack of attention to detail and stuff like that. Some of it was just, God, wow, So we fixed that. So through the early part of this week and got those changes out. So they should, in every format, be the most up-to-date thing. And the way you can tell is if you go into the front matter, it should say 2021 version. And that's how you know for those 4 books, just those 4 books, because Brick by Brick, Stand Against Evil, Finney Flight, Absolute Vengeance, and all that stuff all had different editors from these 4 books. And there have not been the quality issues that I'm aware of for those, because it was a change in editor and stuff like that. Also, in book news, Executive Reaction, which is Spectre Series Book 4, the audiobook has been resubmitted and should be approved for sale very soon. So that one's also coming out. And I'm working on a video trailer for Absolute Vengeance. So hopefully we'll be able to have some kind of cool trailer, because I'm still working on getting Absolute Vengeance into either film as a movie or a TV series, Netflix series, something like that. So that's what I'm working on. If you remember, I've talked about this in the other vlog. Absolute Vengeance was actually once going to be a movie. We had a director, had a production company and stuff like that, had a really terrible screenwriter that did not do it justice. And then the director had some family issues and it fell apart. But I still think that that one has the best shot, at least initially, because it doesn't have to have jets and all that stuff. And it's a really good, compelling story that anybody can get into, regardless of your love of aviation. Because it's not an aviation book. It's a law enforcement book about a guy, fish out of water, that goes to the Middle East and realizes, holy crap, everybody has it just as bad as I did, even though I lost my entire family. So anyway, that is the update for writing. I'll try to do these at some regular intervals just to keep you updated, but I'm going to get back to writing and editing videos and stuff like that, because on the other channel, there's a lot of good stuff coming up. And on this channel, as far as what's next, I'm going to do a Corvette video, just a walk around and a tour. I know I did that a little bit on the 1 year of ownership review, but I'd like to do just, here's what this does. Here's what this does on the 01. Because, people don't see a lot of them. It's a very rare car. They only made, 20 something hundred of them total in 1 year. So also, I've ordered a new vehicle to replace the Yukon, which will be cool for the channel. I know you guys were worried about the drama with that truck and all that stuff. Well, that has been resolved. Different vehicle. It's ordered. It's on its way. Hopefully they build it soon and I can share that. We'll have more Luna videos because, she's cute. She's got training she's got to do, and there's a lot of other stuff we're going to share. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend. We'll see you next time.